very beautiful Sunday evening to you, and thank you for joining us, and thank you for tuning in to Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio and your state's number one family radio station. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining us on the Table of Men. Yes, our regular listeners already know once it is 7 p.m. it is time for us as a gentleman to, sit around the table here in the studio, and for you to also join us across your state and everywhere where you're connected to this broadcast. Those watching on Facebook, those listening to us online from other nations of the world, where you can stream us live on our website, www.wellsradio893.com, and also on Radio Garden, Wells Radio 89.3 FM. We welcome you to the Table of Men for today, where we sit down as brothers to have the real conversation that shape us as men, fathers, and leaders in our society. My name is Ayo Emmanuel-Ojo. You're welcome to the program for this week. Once again, you can watch us live on our Facebook page, facebook.com/Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. That is the page where you can watch us live on our Facebook page, and also on YouTube. You can watch us on YouTube, Wells Radio 89.3 FM. You're welcome to the show once again. Let's establish the conversation for today before we then start talking about it. Today we're tackling a big one: inheritance versus legacy. Inheritance versus legacy. What should real men leave behind for their children? What should real men leave behind for their children? Now, this topic came alive again after Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, revealed that despite being born into a wealthy family, he deliberately chose not to depend on inheritance. Instead, he built his empire from scratch. That raises the question for us as men. Is it more important to leave behind money, houses, and property, or to leave behind values, principles, and wisdom that money can't buy? Again, I'll run through that question again. Is it more important to leave behind money, houses, and property, or to leave behind values, principles, and wisdom that money can't buy? Around the table today, we will wrestle with the question: what should a real man hand over to his children? Riches or resilience, inheritance or legacy? We're going to dive straight into that conversation today. But while we prepare the floor for the topic, remember this, popular scripture in the Bible that says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. But Aliko Dangote, whom a lot of people would say, come on, don't mind him. After all, he met wealth at home, said, I didn't inherit any money from my father. I'll take you through that story. Aliko Dangote said, Africa's richest man, Aliko Dangote, has said he did not rely on inheritance, wealth, to build his business empire, insisting that everything he owns today was built from scratch. In an interview originally uploaded by Bloomberg on the 8th of January 2020, which resurfaced online on Tuesday, the billionaire industrialist reflected on his family background, revealing that his late grandfather was regarded as the richest man in West Africa in the 1940s, while his grandfather was among Nigeria's wealthiest at the time. The family name is Dantata. That's from my maternal side, Dangote said. He added that although his father was fairly rich through business and politics, he deliberately chose not to keep any of the wealth passed down to him. One thing I am very, very proud of is that I did not inherit any money from my father. I built everything from scratch to where I am today. Whatever I inherited from him, which means an asset, I gave that on to charity. Since then, he explained, Dangote recalled how he began his career working briefly with his uncle, moving to Lagos where he started buying and selling cement. The question again on the show today, on the table of men. What should real men leave behind for their children? Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò tábìlì àwọn ọkùnrin fún ti ọ̀sẹ̀ tòní. We try as much as possible to carry along ní èdè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì àti ní èdè Yorùbá. Lónìí lórí ètò tábìlì àwọn ọkùnrin, a máa sọ̀rọ̀ nípa kí ni ó yẹ kí ọkùnrin fi sílẹ̀ fún àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ṣẹ́ ogún ni àbí àwọn nǹkan rere bí ìwà orúkọ gidi àti nǹkan kan tó lè ṣílẹ̀kùn fún wọn ní ọjọ́ iwájú. Ṣé ogún ni a lè sọ pé ọkùnrin rere ó yẹ kó fi sílẹ̀ fún àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀, tàbí orúkọ rere, ẹ̀kọ́, ìlànà Ọlọ́run àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ tó lè ṣílẹ̀kùn àwọn nǹkan ńlá míì fún wọn ní ọjọ́ ọ̀la. That's our conversation today. With me in the studio today, the two Daniels are on the seat again today. Deacon Dan is in the studio, and of course, I'm looking for the best way to describe you on the show. Okay, while I reminisce on that, the other Daniel is on the show. Deacon Dan, good evening to you. How are you doing?
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Happy New Month. I think this is the first.
Yes, the first.
The
yes,
first
yes.
in the month of
The last time.
September,
Yes, you're right. That's the first Sunday in the month.
So it's good to see the last 4 months in this year 2025. 2025 is running. I'm fine, I'm cool, and I thank God for everything.
We thank God. Let me greet the other Daniel too. How are you doing today?
Thank you so much, sir. It's a pleasure being around once again.
Yes,
I'm
Oluwasham.
very grateful, sir.
Happy Sunday to you.
Eshigon, sir.
We are SARS on this table, so we should not sour ourselves. Okay, so let's start our topic. And I know this is a very deep one. Like I said, when people talk about Dangote, usually people will talk about and I don't think it's particular to Dangote alone. Dangote Nikoni. When people see someone possibly Towalati Idileti want to low, and all of a sudden maybe the person is also doing well financially or business wise, at least they're not poor. Usually, rather than see what they put in, say hard work, commitment, consistency, people will ignore that. All they want to talk about is but for a lot of people, it's shocking to see that someone like Dangote is saying that. They say, Dangote so. But
People like me anyway.
You don't believe?
I don't.
Imagine, and I want us to look at it from this angle. I know that there's a Bible, a part in the scripture that says that a good man leaves inheritance for his children's children. But this is a generation where we live in. Without any particular, if you go to some areas in Ibadan, for instance, àwọn àdúgbò tó lórúkọ táwọn kan pè ní old money, bóyá ẹ lọ sáwọn àdúgbò bíi old Bodija, tẹ́ bá wọ inú alálùbọ́sà, even some part of Olúyọ̀lé estate, àtàwọn àdúgbò kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹ máa rá wọn lé ńlá mi, they are just there. Mansions, they are there. Kódà èmi ò ní gate man tó ń ṣọ́. Gate ti wà ní títí pa igbó ti wò bòbò míì. In fact, ó ní ẹnìkan ní tó kọ́ ilé ńlá sí ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ètò lórúkọ tí mi ní dárúkọ ẹ̀. Tẹ́ bá lọ sí àdúgbò yẹn àbí tẹ́ lọ ilé yẹn, igbó ti wò bo ilé yẹn mọ́lẹ̀. And then you see at the time àwọn àgbàlagbà máa ṣe pé mo fẹ́ kọ́ torí àwọn ọmọ mi. But now you see that even irú àwọn ọmọ yẹn tán bá wálé wọn ò fẹ́ gbèrú lé yẹn. I know someone who told his father and said, Daddy, I'm not going to live in this house. So even if I come back to Nigeria, I'm not going to Airbnb for 2-3 weeks. Tomorrow, I come lunch, dinner, don't bother. Just build your own 3-bedroom. Don't bother to continue to do this. As a man, when you think of the word inheritance, what comes to your mind first? I want us to start from there. When you think about the word inheritance, because in Africa, at Sogun, the motto mélòó ni bàbá ẹ̀ fi sílẹ̀, ilẹ̀ mélòó, ilé mélòó, shares wo náà ní, ìpín ìdókòwò wo náà ní ilé ìfowópamọ́ kan. As beautiful as these things are, because the truth is no matter your like it. But as a man, let me start with the other Daniel. As a man, when you think of the word inheritance, what comes to your mind first? Is it wealth, it is value, or a good name?
ẹ ṣé sà, ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbé wọlé láti sọ èdè Yorùbá
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
torí pé èdè yóò pín sípa méjì. Now, tá a bá wo Bíbélì gẹ́gẹ́ bí ẹ ti wọlé yẹn sà, ẹ sọ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run sọ wípé òbí rere ó fi ogún sílẹ̀ fún ọmọ rẹ̀. Ó dà pé nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ sọ nígbà tá a kọ́kọ́ wọlé nìyẹn sà. Now, n tí mo wá fẹ́ sọ ni Bíbélì sọ pé òbí rere ó fi ogún sílẹ̀. Now, which means gbogbo òbí kọ́ ló máa jó òbí rere. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wò láti bẹ̀ sà. Now, tá a bá tún wò sí sà, tá a bá tún wò, wọ́n sọ Bíbélì náà ló sọ wípé the daughters of Zelophehad went to Moses and they were asking, where is our father's inheritance? And God himself is interested in that word. And Moses asked God, and God said, give them their father's inheritance. Because it's a right. What I in tí mo fẹ́ sọ ni wípé mama code mix ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ń sọ. Torí nǹkan tí mo sọ ni pé ẹ̀sà ṣe rí ogún ó jẹ́ nǹkan tí a máa ń fún yàn láti ipa bóyá bíbí àbí téèyàn tó yẹ kí wọ́n fún yàn tó jẹ́ something that you are qualified for, something that is part of your life, that it will make your journey to be easier. Inheritance is something that can be passed across from one generation to another. That is why I said I am interested in leaving a good inheritance for a good child.
For a good child.
Yeah, exactly, sir. Because in Bíbélì sọ nìyẹn gbà tẹ́ kọ́kọ́ máa wọlé ẹni òbí rere ó fi ogún sílẹ̀ fún ọmọ ẹ̀. Yes, sir.
Let me come to Deacon Dan. Deacon Dan, as a father that you are, tẹ́bá ronú ogún yẹn, inheritance. I mean, Adédàmọ́lá wà ń bí. Mo fẹ́ lérò pé the Yoruba version of inheritance is ogún, am I right? Yeah. What comes to your mind? Ṣé ilé ni? Ṣé kò sọ́kùnrin tí ò fẹ́ kọ́lé o? That's the truth. And we're having this conversation in the context of men. Ṣé ilé ni? Ṣé mọ́tò ni? Ṣé orúkọ rere ni? In your own view, first of all.
In my own view, inheritance, inheritance as related to Ogun in terms of properties, tangible things. Because for the Bible to have said to his children, so ilé tí generation kan bá lò tán, second generation ò lè lò.
Erobe.
Ilé yẹn máa ti di àpá tí wọ́n máa tà ni. So, but what the context is talking about is not about the physical things you can touch. Because àti rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn tó lówó. Nítorí ọmọ tí a bá kọ́, ó máa gbé ilé tí a kọ́, àgbéta. So, ọmọ tí a kọ́, ọmọ tá a transfer kankan fún ju material things lọ, gbogbo material things yẹn, láìpẹ́ láì jìnnà, ó máa tà.
But ní society wa náà, òbí àbí bàbá, because table of men la wà. Bàbá tí ò bá fi nǹkan lẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ náà, bóyá àwọn ọmọ yẹn dá, Mr. àwọn sọ pé good child, bóyá ọmọ yẹn dá bí ò dá.
Ìkọ̀kan wà tí bàbá táwọn òbí wa lè fún wa o, tí ẹ pé ó ju nǹkan.
Ṣùgbọ́n kò ṣe é fojú rí, and our society is a society that
been driven by material things.
Exactly, we're solely on what I can see and touch.
And because nígbà yẹn, we're not driven by material things. Nígbà tí ayé wa yí nísìnyí, that we celebrate material things. But about deep inside all those material things, there are some other things that have been transferred. Okay, now look at Dangote we're talking about. Nígbà tí tó ní pé they didn't give him anything, but in their family they've known to be a business people. So they transferred, inherited the business management skills.
Exactly.
That money cannot give you.
Exactly.
Another one, history tells us about the connection he had with Dauza. There's a transfer of grace that speaks more than what money can offer. The father may not give him anything, material things, but the father gave me something, ability to stand on his own. How many of us now, parents are here and seeing, don't for the ability to stand, to withstand challenges on their own? It's a grace, it's a gift. Inheritance gidini. In the face of challenges, omole drope rose, oma kenemi mi o gbodo sojo. Look at that mentality. I'm married from a royal family. I'm a royal family ni wa, omo ba ni wa, omo ba o kin se ba. Look at that consciousness. So for no money, it's not money. But those things being transferred, those inheritance, they are valuable things. They are intangible, but they are more valuable than the material things we celebrate. So as a father, I will not celebrate the money I will give, the houses I will give. Okay, I have a senior friend that told me the children came home, by virtue of his political influence and everything, everything, property, Daddy, forget about these things. Yes, I have a property for you. But not about selling. You can say, I don't need them. Enjoy them when you are living. Or maybe just 1 week. And the man wept. So, we will allow to wash it. Men don't you see him? Don't you find a muscle? But one day, one day, I want interest.
Mo fẹ́ wọlé díẹ̀ sir.
Okay.
Dikinda ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan lẹ́ǹkan. Wọ́n ní ogún. Sà, èmi sì ń sọ sà pé èmi máa fi ogún rere sílẹ̀ fún ọmọ tèmi. Ìdí ni wípé sà.
Kí ni ogún rere yẹn?
Ẹ ṣe sà. Ogún rere
tá ilé ni
sà.
Orúkọ ni.
Sà, ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ kíní kan fún yín sà. Ṣé rí ogún? Nígbà tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn lẹ́ẹ̀kan, wọ́n ní Dangote tó ń sọ wípé òun ò pé bàbá ẹ̀ fi nǹkan ó fún ní nǹkan kan. Intan sọ ni inheritance ni tí bàbá ẹ̀ fún torí bàbá ẹ̀ ti mọ ó ti fi mọ ọ̀nà tó ti máa fi ṣe business tówó ti máa wọlé. Bisa legacy is personal. In tí bàbá ẹ̀ lè ṣe Dangote ò lè ṣe. It's something that is bí mo ṣe wà ìsà mo mọ nǹkan ó ní nǹkan tí mo lè ṣe tọ́mọ mi ò ní lè ṣe. Ṣe get sir? That is what is called legacy. In tó jẹ́ personal thing, personal trait tí mo lè ṣe. Ṣe get tó jẹ́ pé kò ṣe ó possible kí n má lè transfer sọ́dọ̀ ọmọ mi.
I mean, personal trait.
Yes. Get it? Yes. It's a personal trait. Now, when you are talking of legacy at times, over time, let me make an instance. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìjọba ló ti wá tó sọ wípé àwọn máa execute nǹkan tí the late Bọ́lá Ìgè ṣe. Mo fẹ́ sọ fún yín sir, that man left a good legacy, but not every one of them fall into that line. They just use that name to build a platform for themselves.
Yes.
But they couldn't do exactly
because of the personal trait of each of them. Yes, true.
Share you understand, sir? So àti wọ́n sọ pé kẹ́lò mi ṣe, excuse me sir, mo lè sáré láti bíbá ìdí Mọ́kọ́lá sir. Ọmọ mi máa sọ fún pé sir, ìgbà tí yín nìyẹn o, mi ò lè sáré máa wọ mọ́tò dìbẹ́ ni. Are you getting what I'm saying?
I'm
now?
with you.
So now what you left behind speak volume for your is building a consciousness in their brain that if my father could have so much more like this, I should be able to work as much as even more than my parents did. Now, at the long run, he may not need it. Are you getting me, sir? But there is a place that they will still need it. Fortunately, I know that when my child grows, he may say he doesn't want to live in my house. Are you with me, sir?
Yes.
But the fact is that he can sell it and turn it to money. Shall I understand? Legacy is not something that you can turn to money. Shall I understand, sir? It's something that you have, is a personal trait that you have to leave behind, that other people will have to walk into it. And it takes extra mile to walk into it.
Let's look at it from this angle. Okay, Dikina, you want to come in?
Because legacy to me is an integral part of inheritance. Legacy is an integral part of an inheritance.
I like that. You said to me.
Yes. It's an integral part of an inheritance. Now, it now depends on that father, how able that father can transfer. But Batone Bata is B, only transfer someone B. Batone Arumi, only transfer someone. Why can't that father be able to tutor that conviction that made him to build that legacy? why can't you transfer it to your children's children? It comes from a level of knowledge and understanding of who you are and what you want your generation to be known about. In those days, before they get married, family will but when they hear that, oh, everybody, okay, ìwà wọn dá níbẹ̀, ẹni báyìí ni wọ́n, that is a big inheritance. So I think all of us, you have lecturers, like lecturer yìí, ọmọ ẹ̀, ó fẹ́ fẹ́ ọmọ wa, àní rárá, wọ́n ti kọ́ tí ẹni báyìí tó ṣe. Inheritance ni, àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ náà ti inherit name. There are 5 levels. The inheritance that our parents need to only understanding about. It's not about material things. It's not about material things. I've seen children nowadays, children 200 level. School.
Now,
you understand? So they cannot stand on their own.
Mr. Dan.
It's not about
inheritance is tangible and intangible things. That's what is called inheritance.
Tangible and intangible.
And intangible things.
So I like where you are taking it. That means pé irú ilé nǹkan kan ó ṣe pàtàkì.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni sir.
Orúkọ ó ṣe pàtàkì.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni
so
sir.
you don't build one pé mo fẹ́ kọ́lé mo fẹ́ ra kíní kan orúkọ gidi mi ìfẹ́ fún wọn.
Exactly.
So you must give them both of them.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Good.
Which is not legacy. Because, excuse me, sir.
Which is not legacy.
Exactly, sir.
Inheritance is a different thing. Legacy is a different.
Because it's a personal thing. Inti mo le ṣe ni sir. Into jẹ́ ìwà mi ṣe mi ni sir. Inti máa ṣe fún ara mi. Na mo le jíǹsì kí n sọ wípé omi gbígbóná ni màá máa fi wẹ̀ ní gbogbo ìgbà. Tó ti jẹ́ tí wọ́n mọ̀ mí sí tí gbogbo èèyàn mọ̀ mí sí pé omi gbígbóná ni màá fi wẹ̀ ní gbogbo ìgbà. Kí n wá bí ọmọ kọ́ mi sọ pé òun ò fi omi gbígbóná wẹ̀ o. Omi tútù lòun máa fi wẹ̀ ní gbogbo ìgbà. I
mean, I'm from a family we don't like Otutu, but I like Otutu.
Legacy has to be impact. What's the impact of Omigbono on your community?
Yes. For your health. For your health, sir.
That's the legacy must have an impact. That's it. Legacy must have an impact. Legacy is not personal.
Let's look at it from this angle. Again, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Do you think that refers strictly to no land so lower in sure that inheritance the Bible in particular, and I'm glad that the two of you understand the Bible well. Is it referring to money, property, or a good name? Because oftentimes tobati doro boya baba kan boya ko tọ́jú ọmọ kíní kan máa gbọ́ scripture Bíbélì sọ pé baba rere would have kíní kan wọ́n fọ́ sílẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀, but that inheritance the Bible refers sí yẹn ṣé owó ni ṣé ilé ni ṣé orúkọ gidi ni àbí everything ló kó pọ̀ sójú kan.
Ìgbà tí mò ń sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ǹkan sá mo ní ogún ó jẹ́ nǹkan tí a lè fojú rí àti tá a lè fojú rí tí a gbà látọ̀dọ̀ òbí wa àbí látọ̀dọ̀ ẹni tí ó tọ́ wa dàgbà àwọn nǹkan tá a lè rí ń bẹ̀ sá. Mo fẹ́ let me quickly show you something here that I write down here. I said legacy is what someone leaves behind intentionally or unintentionally. Shall you understand? Now, legacy is not what you can. Sometimes I want me my loser. They will take it. They will say because they feel like this thing I'm the custodian of this idea.
And that explains why some top companies tẹ́ni tó ní bá ti lọ.
Ẹ ṣe sá.
Ó ti lọ nìyẹn.
Náà ara nǹkan tá à ń sọ ni náà tí àwọn ọmọ tó máa padà wọn ò ní padà ṣe iṣẹ́ yẹn bó ṣe bí bàbá yẹn ṣe máa ń ṣe. So I prefer leaving an inheritance for my children because it will make their life better and sweeter, showing them the way to make money, showing them the way to be. Mo lé ẹbí kan sá. Bàbá yẹn sá, ó gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ló rán lọ sí school. Bó ṣe mọ̀ wípé bó ṣe rán wọn lọ sí school tán ó kọ́ wọn bí àti ṣòwò bàbá wọn máa ń ṣòwò gbogbo wọn ló mọ̀wó ṣe ó kọ́ wọn bí gbogbo àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ ló kọ́lé torí ó fi ọ̀nà bí wọ́n ṣe lè kọ́lé in a easier way láti fi hàn wọ́n láì dúró de ogún bàbá wọn. So in tí mo rí ni wípé ẹ sà bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ṣe ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ sà dàárọ̀ ọ̀la o ogún rere lèmi á fi sílẹ̀ fún wọn.
Deacon Dan, let me get your thought on that. Kí ni Bible ń pè ní ogún rere? Ṣé ilé ni, ṣé mọ́tò ni? I want to know, what do you think the Bible called ogún rere in this context, according to your own interpretation of
to my interpretation. See, inheritance is beyond inheritance is. What the Bible is talking about inheritance talks about all things. Let me give you. Number one is your conviction. Who are you? Let's take it from Abraham. When he wants to give Isaac, I would say he give other people gifts. Can I want gift? Anything, you can name it, material things. But when it comes to Isaac, look for Isaac. He gave Isaac all things beyond the gift. So inheritance, the reason I'm saying that is for parents, they're unable to feel fún àwọn ọmọ wọn. They're unable to feel property fún àwọn ọmọ wọn. Don't think that you are not a good father.
Okay.
Don't ever think.
Incapacitated by
circumstance. Only pé bí kò sọ́nà mi ò lágbára láti kọ́lé fún àwọn ọmọ mi. Mi lágbára láti bá fi business lẹ̀ fún wọn, fowó sílẹ̀ fún wọn. But don't think that you are not a good father. Number one thing you want to do is your conviction, who you are. What makes you you? Kí làwọn kan tó mú ẹ mọ̀ pé báyìí ọ̀nà báyìí náà gbọ́dọ̀ tọ̀? That's one is very, very essential. Number two is there's a place of a blessing. Bàbá sí ọmọ. Kò sí bàbá tó bá sọ pé ọmọ mi o láti inú. Inheritance gidi nìyẹn. We can talk about Adeboye today. But Adeboye said something. He said, my mother always pray for me. And said to back pay your con.
Inheritance you inherited that from your parents.
So as a father, he has to transfer it. That's why Isaac too transferred it. And said, okay, Esau, you to come. Go and check what Isaac gave to Esau. Isaac of Esau, oh bless. Jacob stole it. But what did he pronounce blessing on it?
I like your view.
You understand? So look at that. Another thing, relationship. Do you know the what of relationship and connections?
Yeah.
Lossy be buy. So be any buy ye. Nkoko shin come buy. That one. To ti obi ti o ba lagba láti fi le sílẹ̀. To ba ma on kokon yi to ba fi sílẹ̀. You are a good father.
Unfortunately, we live in a society, and I mean, it's very beautiful to hear because our kini no she koko, but ni society tawai, baba kini kon kilo wa fi sílẹ̀ fáwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ kò tiẹ̀ nílé kò tiẹ̀ fi nǹkan kan lẹ̀. Maybe you want to join the conversation, but you know fẹ́ dá sí láǹfààní láti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa to share your own view with us on the conversation today. 0916 893 1000. 0916 893 1000 tabi 0915 3334 893 0911 333 3893 0911 3 Mary 893 or 0915 333 3334 3 Meta 4 893 or 0916 893 1000. Join the conversation. Let's get your own view. Ojú wo lẹ́yìn fi wò kí ni nǹkan tí ẹ̀yin pè ní inheritance gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọkùnrin báwo ló ṣe yẹ kó lọ ṣé orúkọ rere ni ilé mọ́tò and all kinds of things. Let's get your own view on that. If you had to choose one or only one to pass on, 100 million naira in assets or strong discipline and values, which would you pick and why? Who's going first? All of it, so everybody.
Come again, sir.
Okay, so if you have to choose one to pass on to either your child, your children, whichever one, 100 million naira, which, if you ask me in Nigeria today, is a lot of money.
And what?
In assets, not just in cash. I mean, in assets, it could be in properties, it could be in shares, or strong discipline and values. Which would you pick and why? You have to pick one.
I will pick discipline and values.
Damola is looking like you with a straight face.
You know why?
Why?
Discipline and value can buy that asset 10 times.
Are you saying this from your heart of heart?
I'm telling you, a disciplined man that has part of values is gratitude. Part of value is loving. Part of value is caring. Part of value is honor. Honor is a currency.
True.
honor is a currency. Part of that. Okay, now look at what as history told us about the Daoza and Dangote. When Dangote, a man of God, yeah, come and have a seat, and he pronounced, honor hand him that blessing that even no money can buy. I rather give them values that they can trade for billions than give them assets or motiako.
Asset. Let me come to the other Mr. Daniel. Unfortunately, you had the moment of thinking. Yes. You are still going to pick one. Okay. I love it.
a ní ogún jẹ́ nǹkan tí a lè fojú rí
àbí tá a lè fojú rí.
ẹ má gbàgbé pé nǹkan tá a sọ nìyẹn. mo dẹ̀ sọ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ wípé mo ní nígbà tẹ́ kọ́kọ́ quote kan ìwé ọ̀rọ̀ Ọlọ́run kan sọ fún wa pé òbí rere, mo dẹ̀ sọ fún yín mo ní ọmọ rere ni màá kówó yẹn lẹ̀ fún tí mo fi máa mówó nìyẹn torí ọmọ rere ló máa mọ bá a ti lówó yẹn òun la máa kọ́ bó ti máa lówó yẹn torí pé a ti kọ́ màá lè fi owó yẹn lẹ̀ fún then owó yẹn dẹ̀kẹ́ màá mú sà mo dẹ̀ lè wò pé bóyá kí n má tí ì fún ní àsìkò kan owó yẹn máa wà ńlẹ̀ ṣe get sir no mo ti choose owó.
He already said money.
Mo ní owó ni mo ní.
Yes, he said money. Yes, and that's he's making his explanation, and I'm loving it. Wait, already mo ti kọ́ ẹ so.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni already mo ti kọ́ ẹ bá àti ná owó yìí. Na owó àkù sí ẹ lọ́wọ́ o.
The question doesn't reflect when wọ́n ti kọ́.
Kí lẹ wí sà?
Question you reflect when wọ́n ti kọ́. Is it that you choose to just give money or you give discipline and values?
I'm giving money. And I'm telling you that if I give money based on what I have taught him, that's why I'm going to give him money. And I still refer to it that even that money tí mò ń fún mo lè sọ pé kán máa tí ì fún lásìkò kan tóró nígbà tóró owó tọmọ kékeré bá rí akọ fi jàkàrà ní.
ọmọ ayé àtijọ́ nìyẹn.
ẹ sà àwọn ọmọ ọ̀sìn gan wọ́n ṣe ń ná owó yẹn gan gbà mí ẹ̀rù máa bà yín pé owó yẹn iṣẹ́ máa ń ṣe bíi pé àwọn owó tí òun ṣiṣẹ́ fún rárá because free money náà máa rò ṣùgbọ́n máa fi òtélé ìgbà tówó yẹn máa dọ́wọ́ èrè máa dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé wàá lò dáadáa owó yẹn dẹ̀kẹ́ tí máa fún ẹ mo lè fún ní batches kò ń ṣe pé màá kàn ní kó máa kó lọ màá máa wò ṣèbí màá wà láyé tí màá fi kówó yẹn fún ṣèbí mo lówó mi tí má dẹ̀ kó fún tí má dẹ̀ rí bó ṣe ń lò mo lè kó sí tó ná mi láti gbowó mi padà èbí mo lówó. So owó ni màá fi lẹ̀ fún wọn.
0916-893-1000 0915-3334-893 0916-893-1000 0915-3334-893. I mean, àti sọ̀rọ̀ owó, àti sọ̀rọ̀ ogún and ilé and all of that. As beautiful as all of this is, the goal of this conversation is to ensure that as fathers, we are raising all-rounded children. That just like Dickin Dan said, ètò báwa jẹ́ taba fílẹ̀ bóyá ẹnìkan Ọlọ́run ó dẹ̀ ṣe ṣùgbọ́n kò rí ilé kò rí ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ọmọ yẹn sì lè sọ pé my father left me with something. The goal is to ensure that we are driving at something. But looking at families, Taninsin, especially in this part of the world, do we think wealth has truly preserved legacies? Tẹ́bá wo àwọn ìdílé kọ̀ọ̀kan tán ní orúkọ, tẹ́bá dẹ̀ wo tán ní orúkọ bí àwọn bàbá wọn forúkọ lálẹ̀ wọ́n fi ilé láti gbogbo ẹ̀ lá ṣùgbọ́n tẹ́ bá rí ìwà táwọn ọmọ wọn ń wò ń sìn it's a different world entirely from what you know their fathers to be and what they do. Do you think wealth has a way of preserving legacies? Ẹlòmíà ní àwa náà ọmọ kìíní owó là ní irinṣẹ́ ló jẹ mí níyà. You know, as some people will say irinṣẹ́ ló jẹ mí níyà èmi náà ní kìíní kan ní owó ní òsì o. Ṣé wealth owó ṣó lè preserve legacy ṣó lè preserve orúkọ rere? Ẹ máa rí ọmọ èèyàn ńlá kan sí wọ́n wá mú pó jalè níbì kan, right? Wọ́n á ní ṣùgbọ́n bàbá ẹ̀ nǹkan báyìí nígbà tí bàbá lọ kò sówó mọ́ ìyá dẹ̀ wá ń jẹ mí lèmi wá ní kí n ṣe kinní kan ká sọ pé wọ́n fún mi lówó ń sìn bóyá mi ìbá má ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Can wealth preserve legacies, or do you think it's just a different malfunction somewhere? Let me get your view, Mr. Daniel.
Ẹ ṣé sá ní ọ̀dọ̀ tèmi bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń sọ yẹn pé owó tá a bá fi lẹ̀ sá fún ọmọ tí àwọn Yorùbá máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ kan wọ́n wá ní ọmọ tí a ò bá kọ́ ni ó gbé ilé tí a kọ́ tà. Ọmọ tá a kọ́ ni ò ní gbé ilé tá a kọ́ tà o. Ọmọ yẹn sà tí n bá ní owó bí mo ṣe ń sọ fún yín pé èmi á fowó lẹ̀ máa forúkọ lẹ̀ fọmọ. N tí mò ń sọ ni wípé kí n tó kó owó lẹ̀ fọmọ mo ti kọ́ ọ. Màá ti kọ́ débì kan, màá ti kọ́ láwọn ìlànà Ọlọ́run, màá ti jẹ́ kó mọ nǹkan tó yẹ ká ṣe. Tí màá make sure pé.
Let's take this call. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, good evening. Your name and where you're calling us from?
I'm Omoyemi.
Omoyemi. From where?
Yeah, from Oluyole.
From Oluyole. All right, let's have your view.
So, what I want to say is training child has a lot of ways, a lot of things to do in this discussion. If you put legacy, if you have maybe property and you don't train the children, they will destroy whatsoever you leave for them. So the area of training is key in this thing that we're talking about. You have to train them. Like one of the speakers there was saying that he will give money. If he's giving money and the child is not trained, it will end up in waste of resources. So, leaving a legacy is very key. And anyone that is leaving a legacy must know that the child that you are leaving that legacy for should be able to carry on.
Should be able to carry on.
Yes, there are some people that they've made name while they were alive. But their children now, they've spoiled the name because they are not trained. So whether you have money or you don't have money, or you don't have inheritance, you don't have property, it's able to live for them. If you train them, they will still carry on the legacy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Omoyeni from Oluyole. Dickindan, you want to say something?
Yes. Let's let our listeners understand something. Legacy is personal, but when it's being transferred to the children, it becomes an inheritance. So legacy is a different thing. My legacy, no. Don't give your children legacy. Give them the understanding of who you are and a good name. Basheman Shelele. Beyond legacy. Legacy is personal. Legacy is just about you. So it's not about you. It's about the family. It's about our life. It's about us, not about you. Because by the time you passed on, the children will not see the you. It's what's being transferred to them. Lati kekere. What you pass on to them from when they were still a child. What you pass on to them is beyond legacies, beyond you. So let's live legacy. Let's focus on the inheritance. So if your child wants to inherit your name, what are they inheriting about your name? You don't want to inherit your conviction. What do you want to inherit about your conviction? They're inheriting your relationship. What about it are they inheriting? There must be a place of knowledge for them to see through it that this thing is what being transferred.
Let's talk about now. If you talk about the older generation now, okay, let's take it. Hello, good evening. Hello,
good evening.
Yes, good evening. Your name and where you're calling us from?
This is Itunolua from Akpata.
Itunolua from Akpata. More women call the table of men. Yeah, well, it's okay.
Surprise.
It's all right, Itunolua, let's have it.
It's like I'm a little bit interested in what you guys are discussing.
Oh, thank you.
But this is my only point of view in all what you have been saying. I love a Bible verse that says, train up your child in the way he should go.
Right.
Then when he grew up, he will not
depart from it. Yeah.
Not what the child will become now, but what he will become in the nearest future. No matter how you are building anything, no legacy you are building, nothing you are building, if you do not train that child properly from childhood, there is nothing you build that the child will be able to uphold. Everything will go down. But when you properly train them up, give them the moral support, give them the biblical, give them everything, educational support, and show them every way. Don't assist them in doing many things. That is when they will make you proud in the near future. Even if you are dying, if the dead can see from heaven, they will be able to see that. I mean, you'll be able to see wherever you are that. No, you have done the best thing and the right thing. Thank you for receiving my call. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Itunoluwa. Hello, good evening. Hello. Hello, Etuwaleo. Hello. Hello. And the edit Etuwaleo. Hello. All right, do call us back. 0915-3334-893 or 0911-333-893 and 0911-3Mary-893. You can call us back.
Even our Jesus, did he give us property? He gave us the name that's above every other name.
But I mean, it is true.
He didn't give us anything. He gave us the name.
Yes.
And from the name, we can earn everything.
Okay, let's quickly take this call. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello, sir. Hello. Yes, sir. Good to have you.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes,
My name is Ayo, calling from Akpata.
Ayo from Akpata. Welcome, sir. Eba, you radio in here, so let me start you. I can hear myself.
A minute.
All right.
Am I okay now?
Oh, yes. Please go ahead.
Okay. Now, this is the point I want to make. It is true the Bible says a good man leaves in good inheritance for his children. Inheritance now shouldn't be looked at as material only. No matter what material things we leave for our children, it's for a period. Especially when there is no proper grooming and training for the children. Legacy I had created now, it goes with the owner. When of the legacy dies, memories and recant is all we have left. The child may not be able to step into the father's shoe, irrespective of the type of orientation given to him. But when we are talking of inheritance, what should be more important to parents now is good upbringing. Train the child the way he will go. And at the end of it, you will have peace. In fact, when the man is getting old and is bequeathing what he has to his children, he knows, I'm giving this, I'm giving this, I'm giving this. He has peace of mind that, no, this asset will not be wasted. It won't be squandered. But if we are talking more of material things, undermining the training, the good Christian manliness and culture, we may be missing it. So if I were to choose, like you gave to the question given to the moderators, I would have gone for good training, moral upbringing, as opposed to wealth. If wealth comes, yes, it's a plus. It shouldn't be the major thing. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Ayo from Akpata. Mr. Ayo, I was heading somewhere, and I want us to start bringing it home because of our time. For this generation, we see a lot of permissive parenting that is going on. And if you ask me, I want to, for just like they can do normal 200 level till $1 school, compared to when I was growing up, because kidnapping was rampant in Banye. And so when you see be at 300, I'll be 400, she move school, she move fed up and lebi. No, because owner protect somewhere. But looking at this generation and the last generation, what do you think this generation can do right? If you go to some of the areas, go to Old Bodija, go to Awadugbo, to Tikpe, you still see some houses that are locked. When the Babas thought, some people really made wealth out of it. Some people do not really care and would just say, Daddy's house is in Nigeria. Well, let it be there. what do you think this new set of parents can do right to begin to rewrite some of the errors? To wa lórí conversation tá ní náà ni pé irú inheritance wo, because ẹ wo àwọn tán tilẹ̀kùn lé bàbá wọn pa. Some of them are doing well today with that name, or maybe with the upbringing they gave to them, which means for them àwọn upbringing yẹn ò really àwọn nǹkan tó filẹ̀ yẹn ò matter, orúkọ àti training tó fáwọn yẹn àwọn lè fi establish nǹkan tuntun. What can the new parents start doing to ensure that after them we will get a better society, especially from looking at the kind of parents, fathers and quote, Danny Nissen? Maybe I start with you, Mr. Daniel.
Thank you so much, sir. What parenting or parents can do in the present age is that, like Mr. Ayo rightly said, training, and retraining is very important. Making sure you teach your children in the way they should go. Torí ọmọ tí a bá kọ́ tá a wá gbé nǹkan lé wọn lọ́wọ́ á padà bà gbogbo nǹkan yẹn jẹ́. Orúkọ tá a fún, legacy tẹ́ sọ pa fún, gbogbo ẹ̀ ló máa bàjẹ́ nítorí pé kò mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀, kò mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń pè bẹ́ẹ̀. So ẹ̀kọ́ tí a bá kọ́ ọmọ yẹn ní ìlànà Ọlọ́run àti ìlànà ògbà òde òní. Nígbà tẹ́ ń béèrè lẹ́ǹkan láwọn ayé ìgbà àtijọ́ yẹn sà, àwọn kan ti change sà. Nígbà ayé àtijọ́ yẹn sà, ní tó ń jẹ́ káwọn ọmọ yẹn náà má fẹ́ gba ojú ti là. Ó ti yé wọn sìn pé èmi náà ní láti ṣiṣẹ́ bí bàbá mi ti ṣe. So kò ń ṣiṣẹ́ bàbá mi ni mò ń jókòó dè kémi náà tó jẹun. Tí bàbá mi bá ní màá fi kún ni. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀kọ́ yẹn òun ni kókó tó yẹ ká wọ́ ṣiṣẹ́ lé lórí. Àwọn òbí kan ṣiṣẹ́ lórí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ní ìsinsà.
Deacon Dan, let me get your view.
What you don't have, you cannot give. Our parents tí wọ́n ní training, tí wọ́n ní knowledge training, what discipline is and what value is. And will be told they can't separate emotions from fact from reality. They can't train the children on that part. So the first level for those parents is try to find yourself. Who are you? Understand who you are and what you want the children to become. Because your children is an offshoot of you. It's your conviction that will modify them to become a better person. Because we don't have any power to change anybody. We can only put them on the path, but the conviction will condition them on that path, and they will stay on it. So you yourself, I've seen, okay, when I'm bringing to Jade, take pé ayé braless no. Kí ló fẹ́ kọ́ àwọn ọmọ yẹn pé báni pé bó ṣe máa rìn nílé. Jáde kúrò nínú ilé 2-pointer báyìí full light ni. Okay, ẹ̀kọ́ la fẹ́ kọ́ àwọn ọmọ yẹn nísìn. Okay, òbí jẹ́ pé nísìnyí ó ti lu tí fọmọ kékeré ọkùnrin. Ẹ̀kọ́ ló fẹ́ kọ́ ru ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀. So what you don't have yourself, you cannot give it. So until you yourself have, until you possess adequate knowledge about the parenting of where you want the child, is a conditioning. Where do you want that child to grow? Is a nurturing. They are seeds. Seed thing about nurture could they bear fruit. What might bear fruit? The kind of fruit will not be a palatable fruit. To get the best out of every seed, there's a place of nurturing. Adequate, intentional nurturing. That's on we said so much about intentional parenting. You must be so intentional about it because there must be a desired purpose. If I come here achieve in life, who to become. Oh, see the you must be intentional about a first level here. If you don't know what you want the children to become, there's no way you can nurture them to become it because you yourself you don't have the capacity to do it. So as a parent, get the capacity first.
That means, like I said, what you don't have, you cannot give.
Not give it.
Torí mo ń ro nǹkan kan lọ́kàn mi pé ṣé mo pọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òbí mi ó tọ́ ọmọ ẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ọmọ yẹn ni ò gbẹ́kọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o. Deacon náà ṣe gbàgbé rẹ̀ wá.
Tọ́ dáadáa.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ọmọ tá a tọ́.
Yes.
Tá a tọ́ ọmọ níbi.
I agree with you.
Ẹ má jẹ́ ká fi.
Ní yunifásítì ojú mi rí. I can tell you for sure.
Because wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ó ṣe wà ní líkì.
Show me your friend. And I'll tell who you are. Àwọn ọmọ yẹn láti kékeré. I've shared something with you. When a child, my son came back and told me, my friend is my friend. I'm like, no, don't be a friend to that child again. There's a place of pruning. Tá a bá prune tree, akọ ya, ó máa ya gbà tó ní wúlò ni.
now ibi tí mo ṣe
because
let me hear Mr. Daniel's view like this.
ibi tí mo mú lọ ni wípé mo fẹ́ ká tún make sure pé a mú àdúrà mọ́ fáwọn ọmọ yẹn.
Yes, I agree.
Ibi àdúrà wúlò torí bá a ṣe ń kọ́ ọmọ yẹn a tún make sure pé a mú ọmọ àdúrà lọ́tún lósì bá a ti gbàdúrà rèé tá a bá gbàdúrà a lè fàdúrà tuntun ayé ọmọ yẹn ṣe torí bó ṣe wà ní líkì ló wà ń gbàǹjà gbàtàn sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan wọ́n ní àwọn obìnrin tó máa ń ìwọṣọ wọn ò dáa àwọn ọkùnrin náà àwọn míì náà ò wọṣọ tó dáa. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Àwọn ọkùnrin gbà mí tẹ́ bá rí ibi tó máa gbé ṣòkòtò sí ibẹ̀ máa bàjẹ́ tó jẹ́ pé máa wò pé ṣé nǹkan ṣe lè sórí ẹ̀ pé ṣá. So ẹ má jẹ́ ká fi bí àdúrà lẹ̀ láti fi tún tọ́jú ọmọ wa. Torí òbí mi á jí láàrin òru á gbàdúrà fún wọn pé lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí mo ti tọ́ Olúwa jẹ́ kí àdúrà títọ́ tí mo tọ́ jẹ́ kó wọnú ẹ̀. So ẹ jẹ́ ká fi àdúrà tún mọ́.
So when got to Mr. Daniel, sorry, and I know I keep saying it all the time, especially when I speak to younger people. Ọjọ́ tó bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ń ṣe nǹkan tí ò dáa kò sẹ́ni tó mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ń ṣe ò dáa. The day you do something bad and nothing, your conscience is not pricking you. Nǹkan tí mo ṣe yìí ò dáa, something is wrong with you. Ní ọjọ́ yẹn nǹkan ti go wrong. Pé o wà burúkú. You know sometimes when you tell children, why did you do this thing? Some of them start to cry because they truly realize pé okay mo ṣe kinní yìí. But why did you do? They may not give you. Only ma fi answer kankan le o. But you can see that remorse. Pé ọmọ yìí mọ̀ pé nǹkan tó ọmọ mi dẹ̀ rẹ̀ máa bá wí báyìí dẹ̀ máa wò pé kí ni mo wá ṣe kí ni mo wá ọjọ́ yẹn gangan. And I can tell you that from my university experience mo lè sọ pé the parents' prayer truly works. Because bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe sọ ọmọ mi wọ́n kọ ṣùgbọ́n kò gbẹ̀kọ́ o. That's the truth. Ọmọ mi wọ́n kọ dáadáa. In fact, I know someone very well when I was in uni. To ọ̀rẹ́ ó go wild. Ó wá ẹ̀wọ̀n àtẹnìkọ́jọ́ ní conversation ẹni yẹn wá sọ pé ọmọ ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ló ní ohun gan bàbá àwọn kinní kan àwọn làwọn máa ń lọ ṣé mo ń dárúkọ some very key significant religious places ibi tó máa wọn lọ pé dáàdì kan ń ṣe tiwọn nígbà táwa dé bí àwa náà ń ṣe tiwa. It's obvious that irú ọmọ yẹn ó mọ̀ but ó make it so that's why I agree with you pé àdúrà náà you don't just let them go pé OT because this generation the moment you don't enter uni like this OT the big boy compared to when I was in uni I call work here unannounced.
Moderator
àwọn bricklayer kan wà tó máa bá yín kọ́ ilé wọ́n lè kọ́ lẹ́yìn kí lè yẹn wó kí lè kó wọ́ lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ kí ni wọ́n kọ́ bricklayer náà ni wọ́n kọ́lé bí a ṣe máa kọ́ ọmọ A kọ́ la ṣe máa kọ́ ọmọ B. We all have a stereotype of way of teaching. There's a way that each child must but there's a foundational method that they must all be built on. If you believe that seed of prayer, as I said, is a seed. It will work anytime because a seed has been sown at the appropriate time. I know of a person but the mother kept praying. The mother kept praying. After 20 years, the guy turned. The most important thing is, did he turn? Yes. Did the prayer worked? Yes. So, but most of our people that you don't have time for the children, you give them all they want, you do the shouting. You never build a relationship with them, and you say you are training a child. You're not training a child.
Lastly,
you are just raising.
Lastly, Dikindan, mo tún rò pé ibi ọ̀rọ̀ sísọ náà dáa. Torí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tá a bá ń sọ gẹ́gẹ́ bí òbí sínú ayé àwọn ọmọ tá a bí.
Very true.
Torí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tá a sọ ọmọ tá a bí tó bí tá a bí tó jí láàárọ̀ tó ní olórí burúkú ọmọ ní ẹ.
Tó jẹ́ pé ìpìlẹ̀ fi jí.
Ẹ ṣe sà. Now kò sí irú ogún tẹ́ ẹ máa fọ́mọ yẹn tí ò ní bàjẹ́. Kò sí irú orúkọ tẹ́ ẹ máa fọ́mọ yẹn tí ò ní bàjẹ́ torí pé ẹ ti ń position ọpọlọ ẹ̀ sí wípé kò lè ṣe rere láyé. Kò sí ní tó lè dáwọ́lé a máa sọ sínú ọkàn rẹ̀ wípé ṣebí wọ́n kúkú ti sọ pé òun ò lè ṣe ohun tó dáa. So these are things that I want parents of nowadays to look at it and begin to speak good words into your children's life. I look at my son sometimes, if I'm talking to him personal words, telling him this, I see him smiling at me. He will be smiling and be looking at my face. Please don't let us neglect the place
of
speaking
positive confession. Very important. Wow. What a long conversation we've had today on the table of men. Eshongo ti edarapomowa lori eto fun Tony. I'm sure we've been able to touch something in the heart of our listeners, especially Fumbaba. And one major takeaway here is that I know we live in a society where we are pressured. As beautiful as those things can be, we should not also let that shape us from dropping a etoshekoko, which is raising the children in the right path. So if you have something for your children, in fact, I believe that something that will ensure that we build a great and a sound society, that even when you are gone, in physical daily, ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan kan wà tán gbọ́dọ̀ lè náwó sí bàbá mi kọ́ mi pé báyìí léèyàn ṣe ń gbélé ayé, that it would definitely work for me. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for joining on the show today. We believe you've learned something today. Next week, Atukpadawa, Lagbara Long. Let's keep praying for our children. And as fathers, I pray that, God will, strategically position us to be the man that we ought to be. So that in voice, in words, and in action, we can stand up and then, of course, shape our children in the right path. God bless you.
Nǹkan wo ni gbogbo ayé ń dà gìrìgìrì tí wọ́n ń pọn yìí?